then, gang, welcome back to an episode of Central Park Rangers with me, DORTMUND FM. It's good to have you. How you doing? Good to see you. Ben Sports News is supposed to be part of today, but he's unavailable apparently. So, I mean, who knows? I forget. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. But today we play the Richmond Kickers. We're actually back sooner than I expected. I thought we were going to play a few more games, but Richmond Kickers are a title contender, or a playoff contender alongside us. I was looking through a few of their players. They've got actual defenders. This is the most unfair. They were one of the sides early season that were tipped to be one of the big dogs in the division. I think they were second favourites behind Reno. Las Vegas were up there as well, I believe. So yeah, a very decent side that we're going to have to be at our best to beat. You can see we're on 60 points. They're on 62, so we know if we get something against them today, we leapfrog them, go into third, and then maybe chase down Reno and Gavilands, which that was convincing to me. Since we last met, then a 1-1 draw against Las Vegas, which actually on the surface isn't too bad a result. They're a decent side. We don't need this many amounts of overview. You can see from the game, we largely dominated, but their one shot on target resulted in a goal, so terrific news. And then a 5-0 pasting of the Atlanta Silverbacks. They're a side that, well, let's face it, they're down there. They're struggling, bless them. Big news, though, in terms of transfer business elsewhere. Toronto have signed Jack Botland for massive money, $31.5 million, and he's joined. He's already conceded 5 in 5. But yeah, that was the biggest transfer. So you can see already the North American Super League is pulling across some of these players. Of course, Jack Botland, a championship player with Stoke, looking for a big move abroad, and he got it to Toronto. So congratulations to him. If any other big moves happen in the Super League as time continues, I will let you know. Also, this is what the North American Superliga is looking like right now. You can see some of the Mexican teams looking very, very strong. Toronto, the Canadian, one of the only Canadian sides left in there, not doing the best this year. And Inter Miami struggling a little bit. Whether they can sort of see it through or not, I guess we'll have to wait and see. They've got Xavi, they've got Fellaini, they've got Matt Phillips. They've brought in a few players as well. Berbatov's on the bench. Chris Beard. I mean, they've got options. Abel Tarapt was brought in as well. I mean, Inter Miami went for it. Inter Miami also sacked Gary Neville. So Beckham sacked Neville and brought in Frank de Boer. So, well. Right then, our first game of the day then will look like this. Farina will be in goal, McTurk on the right, Thompson on the left, Nick Bibbs in the centre. I'll never get bored of that. Nick Bibbs in the centre with Samayo. Probably. Carosio will be in the defensive midfield spot. We've got, you see, now that is, come on now. It says he's American. He's definitely got heritage somewhere else. Polish. I mean, it's nothing against Poland. Love Poland. But let's just call him Danny, for heaven's sake. Danny in the centre with mature Cheddar, Segba's on the right, Shutov on the left, and Zaid up top through the middle. Got a couple of goals for us recently, so he's back in form. His physicals are we fit 35 now, so yep, 35 now. It's almost over. I realised that I'm not that far off 35, really. I'm 7 years off that. I'm as close to 35 as I am 21. Jesus. Just will this series continue? It's giving me stats at the bottom of things that have happened recently. Why have I never really been aware of that before? Right then, we're playing in Richmond. I do hope this is the same Richmond that Coach Carter was from Richmond. Rich what? Richmond. Rich what? Richmond. One of my favourite films. Really like it. So let's see if we can beat them. They're not called the Richmond Oilers, but I'm going to go with it. Led out by Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, Channing Tatum plays for them as well, so this could be tough. Rich what? Richmond. I loved it. Corner for them anyway, and they probably should have scored. But yeah, an early season favourite, Richmond. So this is going to be one of our tougher games this season, as we have far too many match stats on the screen. Right, free kick, Shutov. Oh, it's good. Oh, it should have been a goal, maybe. Good save from the keeper, though. And, goal line tech, which we definitely needed to make sure that wasn't in. It wasn't in, everyone. I mean, not that we could see the save was made, but it wasn't in. You might have noticed something today, that I've let my head run free. I don't know, maybe this is the new me. It's weird. This is the first video I think I've recorded for a very, 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 very long time. In fact, maybe ever, where I've not... Are we going to click? Just bear with. Okay, 1-0 down. Right, well, I was just trying to talk through the whole headphone. We're 1-0 down, viewers. But no, this is the first time for a long time I've recorded a video without headphones on. It's weird to hear my voice louder. I wasn't expecting this, as that clearance isn't the best. And then I think this deflects in. Yeah, he sort of raises his knee up, the number 4 for us there. And... in it goes. Number 4 is, of course, Nick Bibbs. So that is upsetting. Doesn't go down as Bibbs' own goal, though, which is good. Richmond. I hope that it's... Actually, maybe it's not. I mean, they're called the Richmond Kickers, but I've kind of already decided on Oilers. Anyway, at half-time, very even game. We've had most of the possession, but shots and whatnot have been very, very even, and we're 1-0 down. So we've not really had to change too much. That's one thing about this season so far, is there's not been anything mad happen. Tactically, it's been quite straightforward. Everything's been quite simple, but I do fear that I will be caught out by that eventually. Oh, and an update, Patreons, this database will be available to you by the end of the week. So keep an eye on Discord, discord.gg/drbenji for more fun with that, as well as Patreon, the actual page. You'll find stuff on there as well. As they go close again, blimey. Everyone else, it'll be available in the new year, just so you're clear on that, so we all know what's going on. McTurk, as he brings it forward on this right-hand side, into Segbers. Zaid with a shot. Oh, that should have been more on target, I fear. So I think the thing is, Richmond is the sort of team that we may well face in the playoffs. If we scrape into 6th, you can already see we would play them in that first round of playoffs, so that is already a bit of a struggle. But there's teams behind us that are chomping at the bit to overtake us. 20 minutes to go. I guess we need to start thinking about making changes, which is something I've not really had to do too much. Shutov is having a pretty average game, so he's going to come off for Con on that side, and Perry's going to come on for Zaid, who's not having the best game of his life. Okay, double change. We'll just see. 20 minutes to go. Can we get the victory? All right, we've had a lot of chances, a lot of shots, but we've not seen too many highlights, have we? For a team that have had quite a lot of the ball, quite a lot of possession, really wants to do a little more with it, as Con puts that ball in. It's knocked down. Oh, it's gone in. Well, just like that happened to us, it's happened to them, as Jonathan, my guy, gets the goal, and it's 1-1, and all of a sudden there's a chance for us to win this. Con puts the delivery in the substitute, and then Carosio gets the goal. That must be close. I try and say it smoothly, but then I pause to think, is that right? To throw into them, though. Maybe they're not done quite yet. Maybe a response after our goal. Oh, shot just over. Panicking Skywalker. Thing is, they're going to be running Delilah any second now, and that's the worry. Or Linda. They could run Linda, viewers. If you've not seen Coach Carter, this is a very niche reference. As they're through on goal, oh my word, that was definitely Linda. What is your deepest fear, Central Park Rangers? Hey, what is it? This is a very Coach. I'm going to put Samuel L. Jackson in the thumbnail, viewers. I've already decided. And there we are then, a 1-1 against Richmond, and it wasn't quite enough to get the victory. Quite an even game, though, for a side that are very similarly matched to us. I think we're still unbeaten. I don't think you've seen me lose yet, which is very good. What a comeback that was, a great effort. Should be proud of yourselves, and they are proud of each other. Well done, everyone. All right, we're now playing Club Deportivo Naravrit, who are 6th. You can see them there, 7th place team. This is why we're doing today's episode, because there's two teams very close to us, closely contested. Let's say we get on in the second one. Koras Nayarit. Nayarit. Could be Nayarit. Koras Nayarit. Could be any of those. I'm not from that place, so I don't know how to say it. In the same way that Americans call it Norwich when it's Norwich. Right? We've all got problems. Oh, your pronunciations are really bad. Is that why you call it Norwich or Leicester? Is that why? Eh? Look, I'm not, and I don't criticise anyone. I'm just pointing out the fact. Richmond. Oh, but no one gives me credit when I say Richmond perfectly, do they? No, they don't. Or Atlanta Silverbacks. That's rolling off the tongue. Oh, I feel very exposed without things on my ears. I might have to buy some earmuffs because it's nearly winter. Or I'll just do this the whole time. That works, right? No one's going to think, what's he doing? That looks mad. All right, the second game of the episode, and a subtle change, I say, in the centre. Bement's come in to the centre. BB, as he's affectionately known. Bement. It's definitely Bement. Must be Bement. Must be meant. Good. Filling on then McTurk and Thompson either side, Bibbs and Samayo in the centre. We've got Caressio in the centre, matured, and Bement, Segbers, Shutov, Zaid up front. We need to get some more goals out of Zaid. It's whether we keep him here going into the beyond this season, because he's sort of playing for another contract at this point. Form-wise, a couple of goals in the game before last, but against sides that we probably expect to beat. Really, that's the issue. We need to see him score in some big games. He's had quite a few in the last 10 or so where he's not scored. We need to get him back into form. Hopefully, that happens today against a decent opposition. It's all well and good being able to score against the lesser sides, but you need to do it on the big stages, my friend. They've got this guy up front, Chris Brady. That is horrifying. 18 acceleration, which is very, very fast. Great finishing. I would quite like to get him next season. If we can get Chris Brady, I would enjoy that immensely. Son, of course, of Tom Brady. Unofficially. His strike partner's not bad either, you know. Jose Eduardo Chan is also very... Let's get him noted. Their strike force is solid. I can see why they're doing quite well. Right, come on then, lads. Show me what you've got. You know, we've beaten the Richmond Oilers. Samuel L. Jackson's crying. He's had to go on a plane with snakes. Come on. All right, then, of course, we are in the gold and green. They're in the red and yellow, which is different. Don't see too many red and yellow teams. A little bit McDonald's-y, isn't it? China's national team. I'm trying to think of other teams. There's not many. There's not many. All right, a highlight has come our way as we've lost out, actually, to be fair to us. This could be one of our most challenging episodes, which is quite nice, though, to see us tested a little more as it goes towards Thompson, who the ever-reliable Thompson. Absolutely love that man. Zaid finds his way through. Oh, God, it's hit him. It's bounced off him like a pinball machine as we get it back in the centre again. Out towards Zaid. Can he do the business? Come on, my friend. Where are you going to go from here? He goes for goal, which I think is probably a mistake. Early doors, though. Lots of pressure from us, and they've done very little. I mean, it's a free kick to them, though. Thesloff with it, and that goes just over the bar. I'm tempted to come out of my shell a little more. We're going to come off cautious, go a little more balanced, and not be quite so restricted in our approach play. As that goes forward. The header's gone in on goal. It was Bement with it, and it's gone just over. But a decent opportunity. Good free kick, I must say. But you can see this is very, very tight. We're on 62. They're on 61. So whoever wins this, advantage for these playoff spots as we get to half-time at 0-0. Very close. I certainly say, unlucky boys. Things just haven't gone right. I don't know. I wouldn't do it that high-pitched if I was in the dressing room, if I'm honest. Unlucky boys. I don't know. Wouldn't do it like that. Wouldn't do it like that. All right, there's a lot more to come from you boys. I believe you've got what it takes. I mean, is there a system change needed at some point in this game? Let's wait and see. I mean, Formation Man hasn't reared his ugly head so far this season. This is what, episode 7? We've not seen him yet. It's been less, not Formation Man at all, more Superman, just sort of basic superhero, not messing about. Zaid with a chance. Oh, my lovely dearie me. That's what I want to see. I mean, that was a oddly constructed sentence. 22nd goal of the season. BB fed him, and Zaid with a finish. We'll look at it again in 3 dimensions. You can see the Central Park Rangers crowd going absolutely wild over there. It falls to Bement, who just lays it off to Zaid. One touch, and then left foot, bang. That's what you get. A man of quality with the goal. At 35, he's still doing the business, and he does that, a sort of formation, a celebration that we can all actually acknowledge and get behind, rather than whatever we don't know what it was. So there's a free kick anyway, ball played in, cleared, and all of a sudden I'm excited. Nick Bibbs claims it, boots it forward. Zaid's there, takes one touch. Zaid with a finish. Oh, he finds the corner of the net. That is a cultured finish from Eamon Zaid. Lovely stuff. Nick Bibbs launched it forward like Nick Bibbs is prone to do. He bibbed it hard. Look at that. Look at that on the volley as well. What a show off. That first touch, by the way, that is not a man of this league, of this nation, of this world. Fantastic stuff. And 2-0 to the good. I mean, it's not offside, but we can see this volley again from Nick Bibbs. Look at that volley from Nick Bibbs. Look at it. Left-footed. He's look, that's on a plate. We don't even see the touch. Okay, well, my excitement levels have just been decreased. Which is good, because I felt my heart rate going up, so that's probably solid. All right, up to 4th now. This is a huge win. We'll be 10 points off those automatic spots, and it looks as if they're going to escape us this season. Next time we come back, we'll be sort of like towards the end of the season, towards the crux of it. Hopefully we stay in contention for these playoff positions as we do that, but I want to try and get towards these playoffs if that's what's happening. If not, the same thing. I want to see if we're just short, or maybe we get a little closer to those automatics. You never know, but I want a little bit more progression. So from this episode to next, there'll be probably sort of 6 games played in between, rather than the 2 that we had from last episode to this, as time is ticking away. I've made no changes in this game. The thing is, I'm very much aware that this is our best 11, so I tend to stick with it unless I see sort of real poor performance or injuries crop up. So we just sort of stick with what we've got. A Segba's on that right hand side. There's about 2.5 minutes to go. Is there going to be a final goal for us? Zaid, of course, on a hat-trick. That clearance isn't the best, but they do get it away quite neatly. And that's a through ball. That's fantastic. Flipping heck. As they go forward, the Strike Force finally get their goal. Chan gets the goal for them. 15th of the season for him. He may well be wearing Central Park Rangers colours next season if I have my way, if he'll relocate. That's the problem, viewers. Players don't want to relocate because, I mean, I don't know what, maybe there's the rent. I mean, actually, that could be it. The rent in New York is ridiculously high, and I'm not paying them nearly enough to afford it. So, actually, what are our team doing? All right, hopefully that's the only scare. And a 2-1 win. We've won a game while conceding. It's happened again in 2 episodes in a row. But lovely stuff. Central Park Rangers get themselves another win. And where do we sit in the league table? That's the big question. Because I don't know about you viewers, but I want to start playing some of the bigger boys in these seasons. I want to see and test ourselves against some of the big lot. But that's not been the case so far. We've only really played the teams with this division. We played that Galaxy second team, but that's about that. You can see there then 4th position. We actually play 3rd next episode. In our next game. Hopefully we do well in that one. But the next time we shall meet, will be around, let's have a think about this, maybe the Michigan Bucks, around there. Maybe I'll play through March, and then we'll get to around that area and see what's what. We've got, oh look, we've got UA Chihuahua. Easy to say, easy to pronounce. I'll see you next time, viewers. 5 PM for more. We love it carefully. Let's mention until next time. Goodbye. I'm waving. Wave, but better be waving back. You just click off the video at this point. You've probably already gone. In fact, you've missed the wave. Yeah. Probably stop recording, Ben. Yeah, good.